part in defeating the Lisbon Treaty. That's because, to the Irish people, protecting babies and their mothers from abortion really matters. The referendum on Lisbon threatened our right to be a pro-life country. And afterwards, it became clearer still when all the research undertaken by the government and others showed that more than 2/3 of those who voted no had abortion concerns in mind. What became clearest of all was that the Irish people, despite all the propaganda and the relentless push by the abortion industry, are strongly committed to our pro-life ethos, and they will not tolerate a small group of elites in the European Union who tell us we must accept the killing of children. That's why we said no to Lisbon, and that's why we'll say no to any treaty which threatens our right as a sovereign people to protect our mothers and babies from the abortion industry. I've been told that the government wants all the Irish people to vote again because this will be a new and revamped Lisbon Treaty. That we've got assurances on issues that matter most, such as abortion and family law. Well, I tell you, this is bunkum! The so-called guarantees got by the government have absolutely no legal standing. They are a politician's promise, and we all know what that's worth.
Nothing!
The politicians, and I'm including the opposition in this, who told us that we could trust them on the economy, led us into a recession where unemployment and financial ruin is now a grim reality for many families. Over 500,000 people out of a working population of 2 million and a population of 4.5 million are unemployed. What a scandal! The politicians who said we could trust them with our health are now closing down our regional hospitals and preventing our children from getting life-saving operations. And the politicians who told us that the Lisbon Treaty won't affect our abortion laws then sneaked off to the European Parliament to vote in favour of a resolution based on the Lisbon Treaty which told Ireland that it must favour legal abortion. They are asking us to put our faith in politicians, in the same people who are funding the selling of abortion as a positive option, and who during the recent R&R case sent the Attorney General to the Supreme Court to argue that the human embryo had no rights at all. So because they know the people don't trust them, they have also promised a protocol on abortion in an attempt to strengthen their so-called guarantees. And they'll bring out people who we think are pro-life, prominent spokespeople in religious papers and so on, who say they've changed their mind because they believe in these protocols. Well, don't believe them either. This proposed protocol is a promise down the road, maybe in the next 4 years, maybe not. It won't change the fact that the Lisbon Treaty will give the European Court of Justice the right to overrule any such protocol and force abortion on Ireland. This further political so-called promise is a further attempt to sweeten up the Irish people to vote yes in a rerun of the Lisbon Treaty. But it's exactly the same treaty as before. And as we Irish people say no to any rerun of the Lisbon, we demand that our vote be respected. No means no. No means no. But Mr. Cowan, do you not understand? The Irish people who elected you to serve them have said no. Last year they said no to Lisbon, yes to liberty and freedom. Today, in front of Dáil Éireann, we demand that our government bin any bill that will start the process of a Lisbon rerun. The fundamental problem with the political elite in the European Union is its desire for the EU to become ever more centralised and federalised. they want Ireland and the other small states especially to give up more and more of their sovereignty, to hand over our right to decide. A right, by the way, in less than 6 years' time, we'll be celebrating the centenary of the 1916 rebellion, when Patrick Pearse, James Connolly, McDermott, Kant, I won't name them all, but all of these great men laid down their lives for the sovereignty that gave you alone of 27 nations the right to vote in a referendum and the right to say no. We'll be celebrating the sacrifice that those men made in less than 6 years' time. Let's hope that we have something to celebrate. Let's hope by saying no and forcing the Irish people, the Irish government to accept the no vote, that we'll have something to celebrate in the year 2016. While that may not be so important when discussing banana sizes or patio heaters, it becomes a very serious matter when it comes to the right to decide our own laws. The EU want to take from you, from every Irish person, the right to decide on issues like abortion. Don't let that happen. Keep standing together and fighting to keep Ireland abortion free. God bless